Have you ever lost your home? Is the inflation and economic instability of the United States of America weighing you down as you chase your dreams? Well, you can relive that through this here game, Another Crab's Treasure, as this shark bastard steals your house just because of the newest policy passed by the governing body, God knows where, and decides you're the sorry chap that he's gonna steal it from. Since our home was lost not too long ago with perfect visuals, we'll skip to when we actually start the adventure. Past the equally economically unfriendly neighborhood hoodlums, we find ourselves in the shallows. A true blue Republican is there, talking about how he's worked so hard for his life and makes you the problem for his troubles. You accidentally medically knock him the fuck out permanently in self-defense, and now you got the show back on the road. Exploring here and there, we get ourselves our real first upgrade. Not my favorite flavor, but it'll do. Beat up a shiny lobster, got a terrible sense of interior decor, and our new home is ours for the taking. Afterwards, feeling pretty good, we found the perfect thing to get our anger out on.
Wasn't expecting that.
Take my anger out on. Oh boy. Oh. Easy, let's go! Good stuff. Anyway, finally, with my head cleared, it's time to do some actual story. We talked to the Duchess, who actually does have a great sense of interior decoration, and she sends us westward to find shiny things. I almost get Indiana Jones'd. My brother, you are not doing your job well enough. And then onwards to Purple Place. Learning how to use a Japanese tasting concept, we can now wield magic powers to gimmick our way to victory. Or at least, hopefully, it'll be that easy. I soon found my first favorite gimmick of the game, a shotgun, or party time, whatever you prefer, and will now demonstrate on this poor trooper who I think has gone mad. Talking to the big purple thing and taking the Nabune Pearl, we go back to find the castle desolated, making our way precariously through jumps and walls and other things. We fought our way back to the Duchess to tell her that her new beautiful castle has been
destined to wash away.
That's
why I'm having them tear it down. I thought my beauty worth preserving too. But of course, my worthless life will wash away as easily as any other. Almost as easily as yours, little hermit!
Oh boy. I guess she already knows. And she's gonna take it out on me! Oh man. Huh? Oh, that was already a thing. Okay. That was...
Tear it all down!
Uh-oh.
Return it to the waves!
Oh, God.
All
that
of our
teacup.
lives
Yeah.
are as sand beneath the tide. You'll see one day.
Pollution scored. Nice. Once we finish that nonsense, that motherfucker dips with my motherfucking shell. We don't even have taxes anymore. What the fuck? Just give it back. What the fudge, man? Anyway, the highway is broken, so we can't chase him. We do find this TikTok business schmuck stumped. we might see him later. Who knows? And we're gonna go through the scenic route. Jumping, dodging, dying, and dodging and jumping. We make our way to the other side. Greeted by the town greeter, he tells us there are 4 different places that a shark thing could have gone to sell my shell. We actually find our shell in the hands of a scrawny prawny telling us shenanigans. Mid-conversation though, trash day is upon us, and oh boy is it Garbo. The town is scrambling and they're flying garbage from the sky, and in the middle of town falls a cereal box. Or I guess in this case an ancient tome of untold fortunes. I don't know. The old crab tells us that it will lead to something great, but we need to find the missing pieces of the Millennium, the treasure map. Dialogue, and we're on to the new POI, Through the Sands Betweens. That's I like that reference. We go to the Grove. Some off-colored greenery later, we unexpectedly find a grumpy, nasty dude just chilling somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Toil and trouble and tribulations until I got the hang of it, but eventually I slayed the beast. Later on, turns out, didn't need to go through all that trouble. Turns out he was optional. But it's less thing to do in the future if I ever wanted to come back. The grove used to be pretty apparently, but now it's just polluted with oil. We make our way through the once beautiful suburb, I would assume, and find what I presume the first obstacle of our treasure map, the Intimidation Crab. And oh boy, this dude is a pain in my side, as I'm not yet completely used to the speed and timing of his swings. It's delayed sometimes, it's super fast in other, and you can't figure it out. And little did I know, he has a second phase! That's not fair! His damage should be halved with that quote-unquote sword. Has half the mass as it has before! What is that bullshit? Dispatching him after a lot of failed attempts and a lot of different shells, we got our first map piece. Oh boy, oof. Going back and doing more dialogue, we now turn our attention to another POI in the Sands Between. Knowing that there was an awesome boss on the way, I decided to upgrade my shell and take this dude on. Wasn't as hard as I thought, but I really appreciated the dynamic movement these bosses actually make sometimes, and I really fell in love with this game. Little did I know, I would have to fight this guy later, but since he's dead now, looks like we can actually save ourselves some time. Onwards to the swamp area of the Souls-like Flotsam Vale. This hellish sludgescape is the main antagonist's territory. Remember the roly-poly with the squid bodyguard? Yeah, him. Going through some tough opponents, I was able to make my way to the end where 2 shrimpy-looking sisters decided I wasn't cowboy enough for the treasure piece. I wasn't. It was hard. I hated it. But eventually I got the hang of it, rolled an nat 20 and got what I came here for. Before making it back with the map piece, I decided to have an extremely painful detour that takes far too long. This man's was crazy, and I should have known that by the look of his hairstyle. After a lot of losses, this one might have been like the second hardest boss for me. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. What? Oh. But eventually, we kicked his butt and we were ready to go back to story stuff. With my detour satiated, back to the cereal we went, with not 1 but 2 pieces of the the map pieces, yes. And according to the map, it seems like we're going back to the sludge area again. Not waiting to burn myself out too much, I concluded this stretch of the story, decided that we were gonna have a part 2 for this on stream. back to the story, back to the grind. We got a treasure to find, and oh boy, do I not want to touch that thing. According to the map, it's back in Sludge Town. And even more, so we gotta cross that stank sea. Arriving, the Southern Lady Crab already procured a boat, but we need actual electricity to power the thing. Going into a new area for this godforsaken POI, we learn that we can just turn on and off magnetism. Because the fuck physics, I suppose. Another sludge puzzle worth of area later, and we meet maybe the weirdest boss yet. With some very unorthodox attacks and tools and a suspiciously sciencey, non-fantasy looking wand. She was a bit difficult to hit, but not necessarily hard to hit, if you will. Either way, the encounter wasn't as shocking as I thought it was going to be, but we got a special mojo thing to use electricity on things. On the way to our final destination, everyone's thinking about all the good they can do with this treasure while we poop the party because we're just trying to get our home back, even though retrospectively it's been repoed for no reason. The duchy fell. There's no taxes anymore. Finding the interesting excavation ship, we're rudely interrupted and dive straight into the big bad so far, the isopod. I hate bugs. But IRL, this thing is so cool. It looks so cool, and sometimes it looks cute, and who cares? However, this mofo is using a torque wrench's cane rapier hybrid, and sometimes he has like 8. It's insane. Dodging a lot, I also tried heavily leaning on the timing aspect of the parries with mild success, but honestly, I think simpler was better. Should've just tanked it with my shell, I think. We beat the bug, and ultimately our impatient greed gets in the way, and we cause maybe one of the biggest fuck-ups in gaming history. I'm talking like big bad. We took everyone down with this just so he doesn't win, just so we can get a house back. It's insane. We arise in a dark alien world so deep not even the sun pierces through the waters. After talking to a few people, we venture on into the darkness, doing some puzzles, killing some things, generally being a mix of overly thorough and not good enough in the fighting department. But eventually we finally make it to the pit. Bro, I did not go all the way out here with no checkpoint, only to get jebaited by a goddamn boss fight. That is shenanigans. Let's go! After a very close first try, we head back to town. After hearing whispers of an important optional boss by chat, I figured we might as well do that before going into the new and potentially final area of the game. We made our way back down to the Intimidation Crab sushi place and go along the road that I totally full-ass forgot existed. After a disturbingly powerful and accurate sniping section, we fight a "My name is Enigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die" sounding as
"There's nothing for you here. Has your sense of self-preservation rotted away? Or perhaps you truly wish for death? Well, I'll gladly oblige you, my friend."
Who's got some crazy chaos control powers, and we get wiped a few times. Eventually, though, We made it, downloaded his moves, and finished the fight. With a few of our skills upgraded, we go back down to the depths to find the true treasure that we've been seeking for. Something more mystical. To do that, we need to literally relive the War of the Worlds movie. You cannot tell me those things aren't that thing. Like, look at it. It is literally it. It's crazy. It shoots lasers from its eyes and shit, man. I want that umami adaptation. Where's that? But tiptoeing through an ungodly number of those, we're face to face with maybe the hardest fight yet. The bug is back, and we might have to go toe to toe with.
You live.
Holy shit. I reckon he didn't like us too much and decides that's gonna be our problem. He's agile and swift. He's got such a great gimmick too. Honestly, I would say he was one of the cooler characters. But unfortunately, after a few tries, we did end up having to kill him anyway. Making our way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and we're shellbound, we meet up with the old man who tells us that where we're going next was a place of hermit crabs, by hermit crabs, for hermit crabs. I mean the old world. The old world. Yep, that's what it's called. The old world. Yep. This place was supposed to be where the great magical hermit crabs used to live alongside an old kingdom. But after some calamity, it was abandoned. Through the somber white that leaves a near nostalgic energy. And some unbelievably unsettling looking motherfuckers we walk past, like a hobo who may or may not have rabies frothing at the mouth, trying to figure out if we're his next wallet or face he's gonna take from us. We platform our way to where it all began. Long ago, what came into the possession of the king was a magical relic that was so powerful that the king was so afraid the magical hermit crabs would use it to overthrow him. And here he stands, bleached, a shell of his former self, on the old world's throne. We stare at him too much, and I think he did not like it, so he initiates the fight. The Bleached Ken. No. Oh. There's no way that's the end. Huh? I feel like he was supposed to be a little bit tougher. I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, there it is. Unsure of how to really approach this. Kinda just went for it, eventually got it. But of course there's a phase 2, but that shit is crazy. Look at him. Why is he that? Where is this energy coming from? How can he spin like a Beyblade? Like that, what? Why of all the mechanics in this game, it's this jelly looking ass motherfucker. The one that we had to go through, I hate it. I hate it. Yeah, it's okay. Woo! Hey, so easy. Bam! Hells yeah, dude. Oh man, I'm so glad we met that fucking other shrimp. And obviously we're gonna have to bam. Oh really? We make it past another fluke really, but we are almost there. This has got to be the Godfrey of this game. And sure enough, there it was. The ancient treasure we've been searching for half of all of this time. Yes, I said that. I'm not wrong, you fucking know it. But surprisingly, holy crap, that wasn't part of the scenery? That was an actual dude just chilling up there? What the fuck, man. It's crazy. This later half is so fucking weird, dude. I hate it. But I love it. But I hate it. God damn it.
Me.
Okay.
Die with the rest of this ocean!
Another unbelievably unsettling fight later, and we get to a part where we become the punching bag for a really weird worm thingy. Dodging and tanking and hopefully living, we finally make it out alive. Our knight friend, who started as someone I deemed a throwaway NPC character way back in the duchy, lying on the ground. She had been there throughout this entire journey, but it wasn't until this moment how omnipresent she had been. And now she's here, dying. To get our home back, to save our friend, we turn to the treasures so we can finally do what we came. What the?
Whoa!
Oh my god.
Super great now. Like I can take on the whole
Oh
ocean.
my fucking
Kinda
god.
Like anything I want can become reality.
I didn't see that coming. The other throwaway who gives a shit character actually does a thing. How the fuck did you get here? I mean, well, okay, but he is a hermit crab, so maybe that's how he got here. But still, that is some story shenanigan. That is from left field. You cannot tell me anyway. Anyway, he slips the shell on, and I guess we're gonna have to beat the shit out of him, using every adaptation we've come across, as well as our own fighting style. This guy was actually really interesting to fight.
No one likes a sore loser, buddy. This is stupid, pal. I'm way too strong.
The mantis shrimp adaptation really helped knock him out, and we breezed through the first phase. Second phase comes and he has grown tentacles. This one was way harder. He's using like way more different adaptations and way more different dynamic moves, but it's so cool.
This is taking so long. Why haven't I won yet? It's taking so long. Why haven't I won yet?
With some hurts and deaths, we finally figure out how to beat him. Smashing him across the trash island we've been fighting on, we wake once again. This time, in a trashier New Carcina. After walking through, we question, is this the end of us trash folk? Is this the beginning of an actual economic boom, just like the other guy said? I don't know. We'll never really know. But I know one thing. This guy's a fucking asshole. Hello. If you made it this far, you have no idea how much it means to me. I won't claim to have put my heart and soul into this video, but this was the first time I'm actually doing something like this, and it was so much hard work. Inspired by Alpha Red's storytelling kind of video making, I decided to try it myself. I'm not sure if it came out alright. I highly doubt it's anywhere as polished as his, but I still wanted to try. If it does well, I might do other Let's Plays with this style in mind, on-stream playing with story script-based recaps. On another note, this was my second Souls-like ever. It was really good, it was really fun, and it was maybe the most fun Souls-like you could probably get into. The team did so well. There was so many good jokes. There's so many good moments, and the bosses, oh my god, the bosses were brilliant. I loved it. I loved it all. But again, thank you guys for getting to the end. I hope I see you guys in my stream sometime. I'll make a supercut of my favorite in-game moments and reactions in a separate, way less edited video. Down into the in the comments, I'll link it there. So I hope you enjoy that as well. Bye bye.